just the "we are back" part, but by all means.
No, go ahead. After you.
Okay. We're back once again with the ALS Week 4, Game 4, Week 3, Game 4, Week 3, Day 2, Game 4. There's a lot of numbers in there. I don't know. But this is going to be an exhibition match between Team 1, which is our blue side this game, which will be Team Exhibition, against Iron Dragon, who has been our 4-0 team, which will be advancing to 5-0 team from
Yes,
this game.
we have most of Legacy Ambassadors on the side, but unfortunately they had to forfeit without a full roster. So we've got a couple ringers in here with them.
Unfortunate. Team Exhibition, Legacy Ambassadors, they're still here. We'll call them Legacy Ambassadors still for the game.
So the bands are coming out plenty fast. We've got Darius, Nami, and so far. Followed by Soraka. So Iron Dragon targeting the support position for their ban. Looking at Feral Hogs, perhaps?
It's not unlike them to target the support, but to have them go for Soraka and Nami rather than looking towards the more playmaking supports that we're used to seeing in this tournament, such as Pyke and Leona Nautilus, which are usually the targets. We do see Yasuo ban coming out, as well as the bans from Legacy Ambassadors being along the lines of Darius, Elise, and Aphelios, who are a wide variety of champions, not really targeting anybody in specific. We have seen Aphelios a lot, the Aphelios ban a lot, because he's still pretty strong, but we do see the set coming out for Legacy Ambassadors and Iron Dragons Kindred once again on this Yorick.
Yes, Kindred seems to default to that Yorick pick, and generally very successful on it.
Ancient Army picking up the Taliyah, who I haven't seen a lot of. I think I've only seen it one rank in this season so far, but it's just...
is Tyler.
It's still a really
is writing an email to his
interesting
boss.
pick, to say the least, because it's just not something you see very often, but the Echo is picked up on the side of Legacy Ambassadors, as well as the Pyke that I mentioned earlier. Now, the best part about this is that they didn't touch the Pyke despite seeing it in the earlier exhibition match. I believe that was game 2 today, where Pyke popped off where Isabella popped off on the Pyke really hard. I figured that the Pyke ban would have went out, but...
Was Pyke support in that match? Because I believe they said they were drafting interim and order, but I'm not sure.
Pyke was definitely to support that game, but we'll see if that remains to be the case. Visu picking up Vladimir for their team, which rounds out their team comp pretty nicely, gives them a lot of late game scaling. Very difficult champion to take down once he's got 2 items. The Ashe ban coming out. We do see I'm seeing more Ashe bans in this tournament the later that it goes. I don't remember there being any significant change to her to make her more of a priority, but she definitely is a very powerful champion in coordinated play, where you can use her hop shot to spot people out in the jungle, or spot out of the jungle, negate a lot of ganks, and she's relatively safe as well. But the Nautilus ban does come out to make sure that there isn't any funny business down there from the guaranteed ultimate proc on him. And finishing off the bans for Iron Dragon will be Misfortune. They decided to target the 80 carries, but that still leaves Caitlyn and Kai'Sa on the board, who I mention every single game that have been very popular in terms of pick ban this tournament. Finishing off with Senna on the side of Legacy Ambassadors. Senna is still a relatively new champion, but she And even after seeing a couple nerfs, he's still really strong in the bot lane. But like I said, the Kai'Sa is being threatened here in the bot lane of Iron Dragon, but it seems as though they will settle for the Lucian instead.
That's a champion we have not seen KR Griffin Viper on yet, so it'll be interesting to watch that performance.
But now we'll see what Mode Diamonds and Feral Hogs pick up for their bot lane. Or their bot mid, depending if the Pyke is being flexed into the bot lane.
Twitch coming out, and Heimerdinger.
Which means that Feral Hogs might be picking up the Pyke this game. I don't know. See if there are any role swaps this game, but how does Iron Dragons answer that? With the Morgana, a perfect answer to Heimerdinger, actually. The Spell Shield is going to be very useful when it comes to Heimerdinger throwing those extra concussion grenades out. Or even just the straight up magic damage that's going to be coming from him and Echo, and Death Griffin's Echo. But Legacy Ambassadors is really going to have to try to focus down on this Taliyah and Lucian, seeing as how, or really more so Taliyah than anybody else on the team, because Taliyah is the only one that will go down with relative ease if they're able to get on top of her. Everybody else is going to be pretty difficult. Seeing as how Vladimir has his cool, Yorick's going to be relatively tanky with a lot of health. Lucian has his dash, Morgana has Spell Shield. If not for herself, then for whoever's standing in front. So whether that is Lucian or Taliyah, they still should make it very difficult to get to the carries of Iron Dragon. But Legacy Ambassadors do have options to reach that regardless between the Echo and the Pyke, who can just dive into the backline. Not for free. Well, Echo can do it for free with the escape tool of his Chrono Break, and not a lot of CC on Iron Ambassadors to stop him from doing so. And although Pyke doesn't have a whole lot of options, escape options can still dive the backline relatively well and thrive there if he's able to do his job well with the rest of his team. But the set is something to really keep an eye out for this game. Now, I had the I don't know if you want to call it the luxury of playing Tryndamere into that champion, because that was definitely not a fun matchup at the very beginning of that, but I've seen firsthand how strong Set can be early, so we'll see if he's able to match the Yorick. The Yorick can easily kite him out, but I don't know how that'll work out. We'll have to see how that guy and Kindred is best decide to play that lane out. Spectator delay still on 1:40 before we jump right into this, and remember, if we are trying to hit 50 subs here on Twitch to see if we can get affiliate. So if you can, if you're enjoying the stream and you think others would too, please give a like, share, and follow across our social media as well as right here on Twitch.
So looking at, I don't know if we've seen a Heimerdinger yet so far this season in the ALF.
I haven't seen the Heimerdinger yet. I wonder how that's going to work out. But I still feel like the Morgana does pretty well into the Heimerdinger because of the Spell Shield. Like, Morgana is a natural counter to most, if not all, of the very popular champions that are down there in the bot lane, which is why, since I'm a support main, I ban her every single game. Because that champion definitely deserves a ban. Unlike a certain other mid lane champion that we decided to call out earlier.
It will remain nameless for now, but which I'm
She
sure.
she will definitely remain nameless for now. I don't want the viewers getting any ideas of when saying, "Oh, this champion's broken." Ban her.
You heard it here. Brown has approved the Morgana ban.
I have approved the Morgana ban. The brown stamp of approval given to the Morgana ban.
Noted.
It's
We'll
like,
make an
think about
announcement later on the Discord.
it. Think about it. You're playing Thresh into Morgana. Difficult matchup. Why? Because Spell Shield. You're playing Nautilus into Morgana. Difficult matchup. Why? Because Spell Shield. You're playing Leona into Morgana. Difficult matchup. Why? Because of Spell Shield. It's like you can't CC anything when Spell Shield exists. When a
Support
persistent
me.
Spell Shield exists.
I
Yeah.
believe I bow to your expertise. Seems reasonable.
But that's just why I'm just like, please delete Morgana from the game. But let's look at these rune choices real quick. The Echo with Comet is definitely the interesting piece of interesting rune choice here, because usually you'll see him with more of an aggressive Electrocute or even Dark Harvest nowadays. I still feel like that champ is a little bit overtuned at the moment, being able to be flexed into 3 roles and still do very well. But Comet Heimerdinger is normal. Press the attack Twitch, very normal.
No skins on Iron Dragon.
I feel like that was a coordinated effort.
It might have been.
They're like, oh, one of us didn't have a skin on X champion. Time to all go no skin. Although it's about who are you looking for in this game, Mutant?
Well, I mean, to be honest, if we're looking at just the records, I would have to put my money. If I was putting money on someone, it would probably have to be Iron Dragon. But I'm looking
My money is going to be on Legacy Ambassadors. My money has to be on Legacy Ambassadors this game. We're not going to see the 5-point start again. Kindred is best is walking right into 5 people and most likely will die instantly to them.
Wow.
That first blood heading right over to that guy's set.
Legacy Ambassadors has shut me up a little bit here.
See, there you go. Legacy. My money was on Legacy Ambassadors in the first place, and I was going to explain it, but then Kindred walked into a 5-rushed Legacy Ambassadors. But yeah, Isabella put out a really, really good performance in the exhibition game earlier, in the other exhibition game. So now with that, and despite the Morgana being there in the bot lane, I still feel like Heimerdinger, if he plays properly, even though he's playing in mid, can still do a lot this game.
That's
But
definitely
it's not like Bisu. Bisu's gonna have an easy time with this Heimerdinger early. Uh-oh, we have a disconnect on Griffin Viper as well as Kindred as well.
Oh no. Maybe they heard you.
I wouldn't be surprised. Ghosting the stream, maybe?
Although with that spectator delay, I suppose that's not possible.
I don't know. You're right, though. You're right. That 3-minute delay
they're
definitely
back
is making it something. Well, all of the players back in the game. Hopefully nobody with more than like 40 ping. I personally play on about 30. Fun fact, I still do not own Set. I own every other champion in the game besides Set. And it's not like I have more than enough blue essence to buy him. There's no reason for me not to have them. It's just the fact that I usually don't pick up champions until they drop from 700-800, and I usually get them when they drop to 63.
Just trying to be economical. That's fair.
Yep. But nothing too exciting to say about these starts. Death Griffin and Ancient Mami completing their buffs and heading into their top side. Looks like Death Griffin is struggling a little bit to clear these Raptors. Ninja Mami opting to ignore them entirely and starting the sweeper to make sure that there is no ward on his red buff. Bot side, a fight's breaking out, and Mo Diamonds is able to pick up Dream Lover's Morgana, despite what I said earlier.
And the hook landed by Isabella,
both
forces the
doing
flash out. And they're
it
able to
doesn't
take...
even matter.
Mhm.
Griffin Viper going down 2 kills. That 2 kills, both of them going towards Mo Diamond.
Which is exactly where the exhibition team, Legacy Ambassadors, wants it.
Although the spell shield looked like it went out earlier, it was still not enough, seeing as how it's a double AD bot lane, to deal with the straight up damage that came from both champions. Jungler's not opting to take care of these top lanes. Like I said, pushing in Kindred is best, no problems there.
So Legacy Ambassadors taking 3 early kills here. Almost 2,000, well, 1,700 gold lead. Some action.
Isabella walking up here in the mid lane onto Angel Mami, not even, looks like doesn't even see or care. Forced to take the Phantom Undertow out, but Feral Hogs sitting there trying to take down Bisu before anything else is going on. Bisu will go down, but Angel Mami landing that huge seismic shove into the Unraveled Earth to cause a lot of damage on the Feral Hogs, which is what allowed him to take it down in the first place. Now Death Griffin is being threatened with a kill as well. But not enough mana on the side of Ancient Mami to really capitalize on it. But Isabella and Mo Diamonds returning to the bot lane. Team Legacy Ambassadors is looking really strong so far at the beginning of this game. Oof, Isabella almost able to thread the needle between the minions to land that hook. Almost. But doesn't matter. That guy's still shoving in Kindred's best bet really hard, and Kindred running out of mana actually, so he's not going to be able to sit there much longer.
And Death Griffin is coming up to
possibly look for a dive here, but it looks like Angel Mami looking towards his bot lane to get anything. No ping going out, so I don't think they actually see Angel Mami right now. Isabella looking to thread needles again through these minions, not able to find anything. All of the attention is coming here with Ancient Mami sitting in the tri-bush here.
Mo Diamonds walks up.
Dark Binding not landing. Phantom Undertow not landing on anybody either. Looks like Feral Hogs throwing the concussion grenade, not able to find anything. Although I call it a concussion grenade because that's essentially what it is. It's actually a much harder name. The CH2 Electron Storm Grenade is what it's called.
That's a bit of a mouthful.
Exactly, so it's a lot easier to call it the concussion grenade.
They were not thinking about any potential future casters when they named that ability, perhaps.
No. Nope, but it looks like Death Griffin is looking towards this mid lane. The Parallel Convergence is not going to land, and not even able to land the phase dive on him either. Forcing out the Sanguine Pool from Beast's Vlad. Bot lane is being shoved in by Kara Griffin and Dream Lover. Not really able to answer with the health bars being way too low here on the side of Legacy Ambassadors. How will they respond to this?
Kindred is best uses his teleport in the top lane, but is now looking like he's going to go down to that guy.
Despite having the item advantage of the Phage, and being level 6 with the Maiden, because Yorick becomes a very strong champion once he's level 6 with the Maiden, and is still unable to take down that guy's set. I did say that champion was kind of strong, didn't I?
I think you might have.
Because it's a lot.
So that puts Legacy Ambassadors exhibition team up 5-0. 2.5k gold lead. 5-1, excuse me.
Ancient Mommy looking to see if they can clean up that guy with Kindred is best here. He teleports out. Almost making it out. A half second sooner, he definitely would have been able to get away from that. But
Death
that
Griffin.
forces a teleport out as well, which means he will not have that to return to lane with, which means he will be losing this top lane wave here. And possibly some of the next one before the cannon wave, or before the cannon hits the tower. Feral Hog's putting down some pressure on the Bisu with that Heimerdinger. His turrets, Bisu almost unable to walk up to his minion wave with the amount of pressure that's putting out. Mo Diamonds and Isabella returning to the bot lane. Isabella is 6, Mo Diamonds is not, but Dream Lover is level 5, and Kara Griffin's Lucian is level 6, so I think the advantage runs towards Legacy Ambassadors if a fight were to break out because of the sheer damage from the execute of Isabella's Pike. But some more action seems to be popping out here in the topside jungle. Ancient Mommy looking, even ulting to see if they can find Death Griffin. Not able to see him, but will come across him here. The unraveled ground landing it, but not enough to take down Death Griffin. That guy in Feral Hog's here to help defend and answer. But even more action down in the bot lane. Flashes are being burned. Nobody being taken low enough for Isabella's Pike to land an ultimate. But the Culling and the Soul Shackles both going out. It's like Isabella's trying to make some plays happen here.
Onto Isabella though. Bit overextended there. Is able
Phantom
to back
Undertow
off.
still available to him, to Isabella. Ancient Mommy checking for ward. That guy looking at Kara's best. A huge ultimate coming out. That guy going down, taking down Kindred is best almost immediately, opting not to go for Ancient Mommy despite Death Griffin being here and almost level 6. Jesus. How's that champion balanced? I'm serious. How is that champion balanced? Like, did you see the amount of true damage that the sheer amount of true damage? Like, it did 350 true damage with the W. That's a level 2 W. That level 2 Haymaker coming from Set. Bot side, another fight's coming out though. They're being chased off and nothing. A lot of abilities landing and not landing rather. So nothing is able out of it. Ward being put down on Dragon by Isabella, which means that it will be a minute before they can sneak that, if that was an option for Iron Dragon.
So we see the lanes are all tilted in the direction of Legacy Ambassadors, except for bot lane, where Kara Griffin has about a 30-35 CS. If I can do math correctly. Yeah, gold lead over Mo Diamonds. Try to balance out the 2 kills that Mo Diamonds picked up earlier.
30 CS is nothing to scoff at. That is enough to even out those 2 kills. And it's just from the sheer aggression that Kara, Griffin, and Dreamlover can put out now that Dreamlover's Morgana has a couple of levels on it. Death Griffin actually getting executed by his Gromp.
Ooh.
You'd hate to see that happen. Especially at the time of Dragon being put up.
Ancient Mommy starts the dragon.
Just not a care in the world from them, despite just putting down the pink and having 2 wards on it, knowing that it's being taken. But it doesn't seem like Legacy Ambassadors will be able to respond in time, especially with Death Griffin not on the map. So Iron Dragon does pick up the dragon. That's always a fun one to say. And it looks like top lane, that guy's looking to see if he can pick up. Oh, fight breaking out again. He's going for it. W landing. landing almost 300 damage from of true damage from that and just walking away. But will he be able to actually kill Kindred as best now that the Maiden is no longer available?
Death Griffin's in the bot lane, but looks like so is Ancient Mame and Beast.
Huge fight breaking out, the Unravel Ground landing and taking down Death Griffin, despite the ultimate. The culling coming off from Kara Griffin, as well as a flash, taking the full culling to the mouth as Mo Diamond's going down. But Isabella is able to pick up Beastie with the death from below, and able to pick up Ancient Mame before being taken down by Kara Griffin. Feral Hogs is looking to see if he can pick up Kara Griffin. The concussion grenade not landing, but
Kindred is best teleporting in though.
doesn't seem like he's going to be able to get a whole lot though with the turret there. Oh, he flashes onto Feral Hog with the cage and is able to auto Q him,
So that makes it
hitting him
4
over
for
the
3.
head with a shovel.
4 for 3 in favor of Iron Dragon, but they did use the teleport, so now that's going to be down on Kindred's best, whereas that guy still has it available.
Rift Herald still on the boards, but Black Cleaver and Triforce being completed on the top laners here. The Unraveled Earth and the Seismic Shove landing on to that guy, but is able to walk away. Taking a greedy back in the second bush in the in lane, with Isabella coming here towards the top side. Defending this mid lane now. Nope. These are falling off my desk. Death Griffin making a really aggressive move on to Visu, able to pop his passive despite that and not take any damage in return for it. But Dreamlover and Ancient Mame are here to see if they can pick up that guy, the Dark Binding not landing, so it seems like that guy will be able to walk away from this for free.
Isabella is here.
They're still trying to see if they can make this work. Isabella is here, the W landing, and Isabella able to pick up Kindred is best, forcing the flash out of Isabella. The Phantom Undertow not available for another 8 seconds. And is able to walk into a tower with here, the Sanguine Pool, keeping Bisu alive, but will he be able to escape with his life? It seems as though he will. The Phantom Undertow, and Isabella is still going for it, does not care. Oh, Ancient Mame's phase dive not landing, but Feral Hog will take down Bisu with an auto attack coming from the turret.
Feral Hog's looking for Ancient Mame.
And they're looking for each other. But Isabella
But
is going for it. Using the Ghost Water dive to see if they can look for him. Oh, almost landing the Bone Skewer onto Ancient Mame. Definitely would have spelled a lot of trouble, if not his death. But it seems as though Iron Dragon is not going down without a fight in anywhere across the map, and they have a lot left to say to Legacy Ambassadors. Entering with a hard push towards the spot tower as well, as the dragon is spawning a little under a minute.
Kindred is best, and that guy once again trading heavily here, top lane.
And it looks like Kindred is best is actually in a position to fight set now, properly.
And Iron Dragon takes the first turret.
The Morning Mist is out. W landing, and ultimate going out, and is almost able to take down Kindred is best, but a shovel over the head says no thanks, Sky.
But Death Griffin is here to try to clean up.
I don't think that's gonna. It looks like it's gonna work out too well because he lost more than half his health there. Ancient Mame is also here just to make sure. And will he be able to escape this? Barely. Oh no, he will not.
Oh.
The threaded volley landing at the very, very end of its range.
Kindred's best and Ancient Mame go.
The rest of Legacy Ambassadors is here around this dragon, but will they start it up despite only 3 members of Iron Dragon here, and knowing that the jungler and the top laner are still around the Rift Herald? Doesn't seem like they'll start it up, which means that they will be giving up this dragon if Iron Dragon opts to go for it now.
So gold is now exactly even, and with 2 turrets in favor of Iron Dragon, it seems that the balance of momentum is tipping in Iron Dragon's direction.
Bisu, having finished his Proto Belt and Sword Shoes, is quickly going to start scaling into this game if he hasn't already. The Dragon handed over to Iron Dragon, but Bisu is just too much of a problem. Even with 3 members of Legacy Ambassadors there, they cannot take him down. Just way too strong, too much healing for them to properly dispose of him. But nobody is taken down here, and that guy lashes over the wall after ulting KR Griffin. Spotted out, so now all will be looking for him. The Dark Binding landing. That route looking like it AFK'd him for 9 years, but he looks like that guy's looking to pick this up anyway. And is unable to do anything significant at all.
So, at this stage, at almost 20 minutes, is there any... Maybe, do either of us want to revise our predictions? Do you want to revise your prediction, Brown? Or address it?
With the way that this game is turning, it's definitely looking heavily in favor of Iron Dragon. It seems as though Mo Diamonds is actually disconnected from the game. Will we see a pause, though? Doesn't look like it, and Death Griffin will be going down here. Still no pause coming out from the side of Legacy Ambassadors, and also being able to take down Isabella.
Isabella goes down very quickly.
As they look to rush down this mid tower, I will get back to your questions. That guy going for a really aggressive flash forward and is actually able to take down Ancient Mommy.
Wow.
But it seems as though he doesn't have much else to go off of. Hopefully the Blast Cone is enough to get him out of there, and it is not. Still no pause coming out from the side of Legacy Ambassador.
Wonder if they're aware they can pop.
But just though Ancient Kindred is best was able to take down the bot inhibitor tower, so now they have an open inhibitor with that. Oh, Isabella just walking in and ulting. Feral Hog's nearly being taken down there. The Dream Lover is taken down by Isabella. A teleport coming in from that guy. But there was no position to make a fight or anything like that, but that guy is walking right through it, just not a care in the world, and Ancient Mom is just gonna take down Death Griffin no problem. The Haymaker is not exactly there.
Dragon's still down for almost 2 minutes. And that guy has stepped very far forward. Looks like he's gonna get caught out by the entire Iron Dragon team.
And is unable to put down any significant damage either. This game is quickly looking towards Iron Dragon as the favorites to win this game. Especially if Legacy Ambassadors continue to make mistakes like this.
Legacy, I think, is playing aggressively to try to reclaim the momentum, but it does not seem to be going in their favor.
Just not enough damage. And Legacy Ambassadors is still playing the game 4v5. They have yet to look for a pause or anything like that.
Kindred is best, and that guy fighting it out over the remains of Legacy Ambassador's inhibitor. Kindred is best wins that contest.
And has no problem taking down that guy. now that he has scaled into his Sterak's and Triforce.
Ooh.
Just running
Death Grip and
directly
walk.
into Morgana and Vlad.
Mm-hmm.
Not a situation you want to be in.
Not a situation you walk out of, apparently.
Not at this stage in the game. Isabella able to walk away from that with the Phantom under tow.
The inner mid turret is down, and the press continues. It looks like Iron Dragon's gonna fall back in the direction of the dragon.
This
pit.
dragon.
This dragon, as we like to say.
Which will be the third in the Cloud Dragon, reducing the cooldowns of all of the ultimates by 10% on the side of Iron Dragons, which means that Vlad will be able to make more plays, Talia will be able to make more plays, the Maiden on Kindred will be up more often, even though it's up permanently if it's not killed, and the Culling and the Soul Shackles also being up 10% sooner. Teleport coming out from Kindred's Best doesn't even care that if anyone's there or not, and able to take down the tower no problem. Bisu and the rest of Iron Dragon's able to take down Feral Hogs no problem, and it seems like nobody is going to be here in a relevant position to stop Kindred from taking this inhibitor. Now, especially now that Bisu is here, there's no way that they can cleanly stop them from taking the inhibitor. So now 2 inhibitors down, still 4 players only on the side of Legacy Ambassadors. That guy looking again to see if he can pick anything up, but only Isabella is able to execute that play. Isabella almost being taken down by Ancient Mommy, but that guy looking for more, flashes the wall, is trying to see if he can pick up somebody, but cannot. Seems as though that Legacy Ambassadors are just, at this point, just making a lot of desperation plays and not really caring about the team aspect of needing to be together and controlling vision and stuff like that, which is why Isabella will go down here as well.
Isabella did kill Ancient Mommy, but went down too.
At what cost?
Yeah.
Because now Kindred is standing here in this top lane, popping Demolished, and will most likely be able to just take this tower without any issue.
Mm-hmm.
So now the third inhibitor is exposed for Legacy Ambassadors, and not a single tower has been taken by them either. So with now a 6,000 gold, only a 6,000 gold lead, despite being up 10 towers, Iron Dragons is probably going to look towards this Baron.
Legacy Ambassadors have been busy clearing out the super minions in their base. Only Isabella is up near the Dragon Pit and is getting chased away by Ancient Mommy.
The Baron is started by Iron Dragon, but it doesn't look like there's anybody who can be even close to contesting it, and they do not. So this game is all but over. Legacy Ambassadors standing on their last limbs, even without one of them. It was going downhill prior to losing Mo Diamonds, but not having Mo Diamonds just made the hemorrhaging even worse.
Yeah. And there is nothing the 4 remaining members of Legacy Ambassadors can do against a Baron empowered push from Iron Dragon. So Isu goes down, but Both Nexus turrets go down as well.
Oh. Isabella able to take down Dreamlover though, which will slow the push ever so slightly. Now, Ancient Mommy does not have enough mana to really stay there. And without any help from them, KR Griffin does go down to Isabella's Pike as well. Doesn't even matter. As the remaining two members of Ancient Mommy and Kindred is Best take the Nexus.
So that was an exhibition match, but it did also Iron Dragon claimed the W in both respects. That guy did have some significant plays on set up in the top lane. He and Kindred is Best traded back and forth throughout the game.
For a good while until Kindred is Best overwhelmingly outscaled him. Like, even looking at the damage charts here, it seemed as though a lot of effort was put in by both Feral Hogs and that guy, but it just was not enough to deal with everything that was coming from the entire team of Iron Ambassador. Iron
Ambassador is the mega team that you form when you combine Iron Dragon, Legacy Ambassador. Maybe when we have our All-Star game, we'll see such a thing. But at the moment,
the All-Star game. I want to see Bisu on that team. Bisu's mid lane is beastified. But that will conclude today's games of the ALS. This is week 3, day 2, game 4. Completed. So we will see you all next week. Starting off the week on Saturday, same time, 12 o'clock with the Nancy Drew crew against Martin Cabello fan club.
Don't forget to follow the channel if you have not already. And don't forget to send the link to someone who you think might be interested. We'll have all the VODs up if they want to get caught up in time for next week.
So you can hear me miscall the team names about 6 times a game. So that's fun.
Thank you all for watching. And as Brown said, we'll see you
next
next
time.